Hey everyone! Subscribe to the channel and comment down below saying I subscribe to enter this month's shoutout giveaway, where we shout out one lucky person every month who subscribes and comments saying I subscribed. Now, let's get on with the video. Have you ever been in a Roblox game and seen an account and thought, oh wow, that person is acting really sketchy, I should probably stay away from them? Well, I have. And I feel like there are so many accounts that you should watch out for in Roblox. Now, I just wanted to bring this up because I thought that you guys should stay safe within the game. So this video is going to be about 8 sketchy Roblox accounts. Now, most of the accounts that I am going to be mentioning are banned or have gone unused. So if you see any accounts that are like these or have the same characteristics as these, then I would stay away from them 100%. Number 1, John Doe. Now, John Doe was a very famous Roblox hacker. I'm pretty sure John Doe was one of the most famous Roblox hackers, and he literally got the whole community so scared. There was this one day that everybody was, building up to, this one day where John Doe was gonna hack all of Roblox, and everybody really waited for that day to come, and it kind of did, but nothing really happened because I guess the count just did nothing. It was just kind of a troll on the whole community just to scare some people, and I really don't know why everybody got so scared about John Doe. But the one reason as to why I could think people might have been scared is because he was threatening to take down the whole game. He was threatening to hack all of Roblox. Like, everybody's data would be at risk, everybody's accounts would be at risk, and everybody's Robux would be at risk. Like, Roblox is a game that you put your actual money into, and I would see why people would be very scared why someone could potentially hack into all of Roblox, because then all of the player data can be completely wiped or taken or sold, and that's a very scary thing to think about. Number 2, Jane Doe. Now, Jane Doe is affiliated with John Doe, and I believe she came after John Doe, basically saying the same thing. Basically saying, oh, on this date, I'm going to hack all of Roblox, blah, blah, blah. And I'm pretty sure that they were kind of in on it together, the original thing. And if you guys don't know what's behind those names, usually when people are found or when bodies are found by the police and when they have no identification to them, they don't know who they are, they don't know what date it is, etc., 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 they are named either Jane or John Doe. That way, they at least have somewhat of an identity when, the police find them, and they can put out pictures and everything and say this is a Jane Doe, which basically means they have no memory of who they are or what they're doing. And I feel like there is a huge reason to why these hackers made those their names, because they wanted to rename nameless. They didn't want anybody to know who they were, which nobody already would know who you were because it's online and it's Roblox. Nobody knows who anybody is online. So the reason for the very cryptic and fake names, I don't know why they would do that. They could have gone with any username, but I'm guessing they just wanted to go with that to be very cryptic and to be very mysterious, I guess. Number 3, 1x1x1x1. Now, for the sake of this, I'm calling them 1x, and I'm going to be talking about his second account, or was it a second person, but there was a 2x also involved, but this is just on 1x right now. So 1x was another very famous Roblox hacker. He was basically just someone who you just did not want to cross paths with within Roblox. He really just threatened to hack everybody. He would go into games along with maybe this 2x and maybe even like another 3x account, and they would go into games, and all of a sudden when you go into games with these people, your game would start to lag, you would crash, everything basically on your computer would just start to go very, very wonky. And the fact that all these things started to happen right around the time when these people show up within games is very suspicious. Now, these things could just happen due to your computer being on for too long, you playing too many, high volume games and your computer not being able to handle it, your internet connection. There's a bunch of reasons as to why your computer could be doing those types of things, but the fact that it only happens when these certain hackers either joined your game or you joined a game with them in it is very, very, very sketchy. Number 4, 2x, 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 2. Now, 2x is basically the second account or another person of, 1x. And the reason why I'm also bringing him up is because no one really knows whether or not it's a second person that is within like a clan of hackers, because there's also a 3x account, or there is rumored to be a 3x account. But 2x, we never knew if he was 100% a second account or another person, which is why this is all so sketchy, because people have claimed to see 1x and 2x both moving around in games at the same time, and right around when they saw them, their computer started to go all wonky and they started to, act up, their game would lag, their game would crash, stuff like that. And we never really found out whether or not it was a second person or just a second account. But if the two were moving around at the same time within games, then how can that be a second account if they're both moving at the exact same time? I just feel like it's a very weird conspiracy, and I am here for it because I am all about conspiracies and I feel like they're really, really, really cool. Number 5, Jared Valdez 4. I don't know if I'm 100% saying that name right, but Jared was a person who was basically a hacker within Roblox. So this is how I would kind of define a hacker, but he was more of like a kind of mild hacker within Roblox. He was a person who stole a bunch of games on Roblox and made them popular due to the fact that he was a very popular player within the Roblox community himself. And he was banned around 2012. Now, the reason why he is, involved within this list is basically because he's just a sketchy person overall. He went around stealing other people's creations, stealing other people's games, and then getting them popular under his name so people think that they are his games. And the reason to why he said that all of these games are basically uncopy locked, which basically means anybody could, take them and steal them from the game. And that was his reasoning as to why he did these things. Now, I feel like that's just very rude and just very not okay. But once again, he's a person who stole other people's games, so I'm not expecting, him to be the shiniest person or the nicest person in the world. Number 6, 1dev2. 1dev2 was a person who created the game Welcome to the Town of Robloxia. I'm pretty sure I'm getting that name right. Welcome to the Town of Robloxia was a very popular game on Roblox with around 36 million visits. And the reason as to why he is a little sketchy is because one day he claims a Roblox hacker had given him 2 million Robux and a very rare hat. This automatically alerted the staff, and his account was permanently banned. During this hack, his game was uncopy locked and many people had stolen his game. Now, his game getting stolen obviously isn't something that he would do. It's not something that he'd want to happen because, it's a very popular game within Roblox. But the fact that he claims a unknown hacker was the one who gave him automatically 2 million Robux and a very rare hat is kind of weird, and I can kind of understand as to why he got banned, because it was an unnamed hacker. No one really knows who the hacker was who gave him the 2 million, and staff just assumed that he had given himself the rare hat and the Robux. Number 7, In the Hee Hee. Now, I think I'm saying that right, but In the Hee Hee was a person who created the group Obby Productions, and they created many Obby games with over 160 million visits across all the games. So that's basically all the games combined is that 160 million visits. But in the tea, he also used clickbaited thumbnails to advertise these games. So basically, if you know what clickbait is basically something to make something seem one way, but really it's another way. So he was falsely advertising his games in order for them to be popular, basically. And in the tea, he was also in some drama with Dennis Daly, because Dennis was apparently stealing some of In the Teehee's thumbnails and using them for himself on his YouTube channel, which is kind of proven since In the Teehee did have a thumbnail from 2016, and then all of a sudden it showed up on Dennis's channel in 2017, so that is kind of proven at this point. But how he chose to get revenge on Dennis was very dumb, within my opinion. So the way that he wanted to get, revenge on Dennis is basically he would then steal Dennis's thumbnails and use them on his games, in which gained him some unwanted negative attention because Dennis called him out on his YouTube channel. And because of this negative attention that was being put on In the Teehee and on Roblox just in general, Roblox just decided to terminate In the Teehee's account. And I feel like that is a very unfair termination and a very unfair ban. But then again, In the Teehee was, stealing from someone, and the way to get over someone stealing from you is to not in return steal from them. That's not one way that you handle it. It's a very poor way to handle that type of situation. So, number 8, I'm Sandra. Now, the reason why I'm including Sandra in this list is basically because of why she got banned. The reason why I'm Sandra has gotten banned is because she was selling/buying limiteds or, Roblox for real world money, and you cannot do that on Roblox. It is against the TOS. And she claims that she never did this. But her account was banned in November of 2018, and it is now 2019, and we are currently in the month of November. And her account isn't unbanned. It's been a full year since her account was banned, and I don't really think her account is being unbanned. So the fact that her account isn't unbanned kind of is a red flag, because she claims that she never, bought limiteds or sold them for real world money. But does she have any proof to back this up? She hasn't really shown anything on her YouTube channel. So there is really nothing to back up her claim of saying she never did this, and her account is still banned. But then again, Roblox does unfairly ban a lot of accounts, almost on a weekly basis. So I guess we'll really never know what happened to her account, or if the claims against her are true. But that is going to be it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you could, please like the video, and also name some sketchy Roblox accounts down in the comments down below. I would love to hear your feedback and opinions. Also, if you subscribed, make sure to comment down below that you subscribed, so that way you are entered into the monthly shout out giveaway, where we shout out one lucky person at the end of each month. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.